Is Tiffany Haddish truly unapologetic, or is she just commercialized ghetto? Let's talk about it. Y'all already know what time it is. I got the black V-neck on. So what's going on, y'all? I'm starting a segment where we talk about things that we all have been talking about on social media and bringing them onto a bigger, larger discussion on my YouTube channel. Make sure you check it out on kingareese.com. A couple of conversations have stirred after Tiffany Haddish jumped the rope or the red carpet to speak to Meryl Streep. And a lot of people are saying, you know, Tiffany Haddish might need to tone it down. She's a little too ghetto and we're just not liking it. Also, people were not feeling her commentary when she presented an award at the, what was she presenting an award? I don't know if she was presenting an award. But her and Maya Rudolph were on the Oscar stage, and, you know, they did a little whatever you want to call it, and they were talking about their toes were hurting. They came up with their shoes and stuff and said, you know, I'm tired of walking. And, you know, a couple people thought it was funny, a couple people didn't think it was funny. Some people just like, oh, I'm kind of tired of this Tiffany Haddish act. It's kind of tiring. What is going on with it? So I decided that I wanted to ask a couple of questions, and I wanted to start a discussion, and I want you all to tell me how you all feel about it. So my question is Tiffany Haddish ghetto, or is she just commercialized ghetto? I think Tiffany Haddish is a brilliant woman. I think she is funny in her own right, and I'm loving to see her get the recognition and all the branding stuff and all the opportunities that she's getting. I like her as a person. I'm not too much interested in her comedy, but that goes down to, you know, people who do comedy similar towards Tiffany Haddish, Kevin Hart. I don't not that person to like feel that slapstick comedy. It doesn't appeal to me. I still have not seen Girls Trip, but there's been moments I've seen her when she was on SNL, and I enjoyed her realness, quote unquote, how she was just saying she's just happy to be. I think that she's happy for these opportunities. Now, you all know she was also in the news because of, you know, Beyonce saying her name in her song, that garbage ass Top Off song, and saying, Tiffany, you know, if you're gonna party with the queen, you got to sign a non-disclosure. And y'all know that if Tiffany did an interview with TV One where she was just like, girl, I saw B, you know, kind of almost get somebody together for touching her man, and, you know, that what, you know, brung the picture of Beyonce and Tiffany Haddish or whatever. And, you know, I think that Tiffany Haddish is a beautiful woman. Let me say that. I think Tiffany Haddish is showing us what commercialized ghetto is. And this is not anything towards her, but my only commentary or my only messages for some of us is, when we see people like Tiffany Haddish, are we only appreciating ghetto people when they are rich and famous? And that's why I call it commercialized ghetto. Me and my friend had a conversation about that through text to bring the shout out to her. And we talked about, you know, commercializing ghetto. Now, I went on Facebook Live, and if you ain't following me on Facebook, you need to. That's what the nitty and gritty tea coming in. But we talked about how Tiffany Haddish and people like Cardi B are unapologetic and they're themselves. But, and I said on Facebook that we need to take that same energy and apply it when we're seeing Ebonisha or Sharquisha or such and such, these people, because they're unapologetic too. Professional who can do the code switch and not affected by it. When I say that, I mean Tiffany Haddish can be both, and she won't lose too much of nothing. She can be professional or whatever. I hate the word professional. I hate that shit because it depends on who's defining professionalism. Who's defining that shit? White people are saying us having locks and braids are unprofessional to them. Okay, so me with this beard is unprofessional to if we looking through a white lens or whatever. I want people to make sure that the same energy we're giving to Cardi B and Tiffany Haddish, we're giving to people that we see every day. The ghetto ass CNA who has that purple streak in her hair. Okay, shout out to the purple. That ghetto ass CNA who, you know, might not give a damn about your grandmama getting her meds or whatever. I'm just playing. But that CNA or that person that's in the nail shop going off because their stuffing's not right. That person who skipped you in line or something. Are they unapologetic too? And I think we need to be careful when we saying that I love it. I love how she is, because I feel like some of us are really truly fooling ourselves. I think that Tiffany Haddish does not need to tone it down. I don't think she needs to, do things to make white people feel comfortable. They need to feel uncomfortable so they can understand that this is how we are. But I will say that you have to be very careful when you're doing these things in these white spaces, because you will become the joke instead of providing a joke. And you have to be careful of that, because if we go back several years ago, we know that black people have, were doing comedy, making fun of themselves and portraying themselves a certain way to make white audience laugh and stuff. We have to be careful, because I'm telling y'all now, we'll look 30, 40 years from this and be like, damn, that might have been blackface. Damn, that might have been digital blackface. And damn, were we really saying that? So we have to be careful. And I honestly think that it's a mixture for Tiffany Haddish. I've never met her in person. I think that she is a little bit extra turned, and I love it. But at the same time, I am a little kind of like, I cringe a little bit when I see her in certain spaces and stuff and give this same attitude. But I can't really determine if she's doing that for the audience or she's doing that because of herself. And that's something that I can't answer. But I think that, us as black people, we don't have to necessarily tone it down. But I think some of us do it as a surviving technique. Like, we can say, oh, she ain't toning it down, she's not doing that. But some black people do that shit because if we do that type of shit, or we are black or whatever you want to call it, we'll lose our damn jobs. Let's be honest. I don't know if Tiffany Haddish is putting on the act. I do know this. You passport, make sure that you spend the money on saving instead of buying Jordans. You make sure that you taking the food stamp money and buying food as individuals, you blabbity blacks, what they call them. I want you all, the same energy that you're giving Tiffany Haddish, to apply that in your real life. When you're seeing, because there's plenty of Tiffany Haddish. I know some of them, I work with some of them, I see them on the regular. But it seems like we only like these individuals when they are rich, successful, and famous. They can be unapologetic. But for some people, this ghetto is not some shit. Like, it's not fun all the time. Living in poverty isn't fun, like, to some people who are trying to make shit work. They're not making money off that shit. They're trying to survive. So this individual might not have the education that you have, but this is the best they can do with their situation. So when you see this individual, and she got her baby out at 9 o'clock at night, and she at the grocery store, and she got on flip-flops, and them things swinging and some shit, she ain't got no bra on, I want you to say that she is unapologetic too, because she don't give a damn. I'm coming here to get some goddamn milk for my children, and bitch, we about to eat up and take our asses to bed. I ain't got no babysitter. If I leave her in the car, y'all gonna drag me, so I'm bringing my baby in here. And I ain't got no money to fully clothe my child like some of you all do. So is she unapologetic, or is she ghetto?
The ghetto!
Because I'm seeing that a lot, like, we'll put these individuals on pedestals, and then we'll drag Tiffany Haddish that live in the real world dealing with real issues, and then we'll call them ghetto. Or damn, I hate being around these ghetto ass individuals. But then you call such and such unapologetic. So it seems like we pick and choose. I don't know if the better version of ghetto is unapologetic, because that's what I'm starting to understand. That's what I'm starting to see. You have unapologetic, and then you have ghetto. But both of them are kind of the same thing, and I think we have to be careful of who we're labeling as unapologetic and who's ghetto, because all that shit is unapologetic. Honestly, if they're living in their truths, this is how they feel 24/7. Now, and I want you to also think about you doing some shit and somebody skipping your ass in line, and how you gonna react. See, some of y'all are fooling yourself, but you damn sure ain't fooling me. And that's the question, and I guess that's the message that I have, is that Tiffany Haddish can be ghetto, unapologetic, all of that under the sun. But if we're going to sit up here and say that Tiffany Haddish is real, she's her honest self and that, then we need to apply that same energy when we run into people who are like her but are not on their social ladder like Tiffany Haddish. There's a lot of individuals, there's a lot of women and men out here that are unapologetic, but we like to label them as ghetto because we don't like to be associated or around that shit unless it's applied with success. And I think some of us are full of shit to not be able to see that. So when you see someone that might be like Tiffany Haddish, don't be so quick to label them ghetto. Label them unapologetic. And you cannot associate unapologetic with success and status all the time. That's because it seems like that's what we're doing. And we have to make sure that we're doing it. So my question is Tiffany Haddish commercialized ghetto, or is she truly unapologetic? And what does unapologetic mean to you? Because it seems like the PhD blacks have their own version of what unapologetic is. So the passport blacks, this is out to you. I hope you get offended. I hope you take this knowledge or whatever I'm giving and understand what's going on. Because if you're going to sit here and say that Tiffany Haddish is unapologetic, then you need to say the same thing about Starkeisha and Sharkeisha and Ebonisha, okay? You need to, the same ones you be dragging for being a CNA, that's their job. However they act at the workplace, that's unapologetic too. So let me know, how do you feel? Is there a difference between unapologetic and ghetto, and what do those words mean to you? Let me know in the comment section, and I'll talk y'all later on tonight.